This video will help you understand why you fail at relationships.
And it can possibly save your current relationship too.
People say love is a universal language, but at some point in my life I was surprised to see that the way I understand love is different from the way my partner sees love.
Because different people with different personalities give and receive love in different ways.
Have you ever felt frustrated because you thought you did everything right, and yet your partner totally didn't appreciate it?
Or if you're single, have you been confused because even after pursuing someone for a long time, you were still ignored and rejected? Well, one reason, aside maybe from the fact that they don't like you, is that you might be speaking the love language they don't understand. Think of it this way. If a Polish man comes to an Indian woman talking to her in Polish, it will be really hard for him to make her feel loved with words. Of course, the woman will get a few emotions and for some time may rely on his good energy or his gestures, but at some point it won't be enough. That's why we keep on hearing these stories of people who used to madly love each other and now they don't understand each other anymore.
It's because it takes a lot of work to truly align your love languages. But here is how you can avoid that.
By mastering the 5 love languages.
Dr. Gary Chapman wrote this after he found out that couples found it hard to meet their partner's emotional needs as soon as the spark is gone.
He discovered the secret recipe, and together with him, we are about to save your relationships.
It all comes down to these 5 love languages: words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, physical touch. Make sure you continue watching because there will be a quick test so you can tell what your love language is.
So let's start with the first one, words of affirmation.
If you speak this love language, you prefer letters, notes, random messages instead of gifts or flowers. The key here is verbalizing your love to them. Your compliments and encouragement mean the world to this person.
And because words matter so much to this type of person, it's also the weapon that can hurt them the most.
Yep. Second on the list is acts of service. Unlike the first love language, this type believes that actions speak louder than words. It doesn't matter how often you tell them how beautiful or great they are, they need to see the work behind your words.
Third is receiving gifts.
What do you have for me?
This type of person feels loved when they receive gifts. And gifts don't have to be expensive. The thought and effort that went into the gift is what matters most. They need to have something tangible they can keep to make them feel loved.
So, have you found your love language so far? If the first 3 didn't resonate with you, maybe the next one will. Quality time. This person needs your attention. And when I say attention, I mean do not look at your phone when you're talking to them. Even if you spend your time in silence, the most important thing to this person is your presence.
And lastly, physical touch. Now I know what you're thinking.
What are they thinking?
But no, this love language doesn't have to be sexual. For this type of person, a simple hug, a kiss on the forehead, or holding hands means so much. They need to feel a physical warmth to feel loved.
Okay, there you have it, everyone. Now, as I promised you before, let's test what is your love language. To do that, you will have to rate these cards. We have 5 cards over here, and you need to rate these choices from 1 to 5. 1 being the most important and 5 the least important. How would you rather want to receive love? Let's begin. Let me tell you, you're more beautiful than a flower. Here's a flower, I got you. I made these paper flowers for you. Let's go watch some flowers in the garden. And last but not least, let me hold you like a flower. Okay? So now rating all of your answers. If this was your number one, then that would be words of affirmation as your main love language. If this was their number one,
Physical touch.
yep, you like physical touch as the most important one. If this one was the highest scored, then you really cherish quality time.
If it was this, then it's acts of service.
And then, last but not least, this one, if you scored it high, it means that your love language is receiving gifts. Which one of these resonated with you the most? That most likely is the main way you feel loved. And the moment you know this about yourself and your partner, things become much easier. Because you see, contrary to popular belief and unlike the fairy tale movies, love is not just a feeling. It's not just a spark that when it's gone, the relationship is done. But it is a choice of intentionally and continuously lighting the spark to keep it burning, of putting an effort for your partner and not just doing what's natural for you. Going back to our example from the beginning of this video, if a Polish man comes to an Indian woman talking to her in Polish, it will be really hard for him to make her feel loved with words.
But if both of them try to learn each other's language, or at least meet halfway and try speaking maybe English, only then can they truly express how they love.
If you continue to learn more things about your loved ones, you will learn how to love them better.
And the first step of showing love is learning how to communicate the love language your partner needs. So, what is your love language? In our case,
I learned to be better at words of affirmation for Egon.
what do you tell to me?
You're so smart and handsome
I
and
feel
amazing.
I feel so loved right now. Yeah. Words of affirmation is my love language, and I also learned to be better in acts of service for Sonia.
Which means I get a massage after this.
I will do that because understanding love languages really makes people closer, and I hope that with this video we managed to help some people out there who maybe have some disagreements too often, but understanding these love languages should help fight these disagreements.
Nice.
Nice.